we walk into this world with this belief and this understanding based off of society and what they teach us that we are supposed to be loved. We're supposed to be taken care of by the people we come to this world to, right? So our parents, our siblings, right? There's this thing where it's like off rip, we don't actually learn how to love. We don't learn what love is. We don't actually learn what love means to us, right? What we care about. We don't learn how to love ourselves first. We learn how to be obedient and then call that love. We learn how to be attached and then call that love. We tell, kids, children, things of that sort when they come into this world. And we've been told too that you're supposed to love your mother and you're supposed to love your father. And the biggest way that you show that love is by respecting them. And the biggest way you show that respect is by never really defying them and always listening. Right? And so to be a good boy, to be a good girl, you must show up in a way that is obedient. Because obedience equals love. It equals validation. It equals being a good guy or a good girl. And I see the biggest issue in a lot of my clients and a lot of the people that I talk to and people in general is that we have this very backwards way of looking at and viewing relationships and love. And we really do think that love is relationships, but it's not. Love and relationships are two completely separate, completely different ideas. Love is everything. Love lives in everything. Love is nature. Love is the breath that you take. Love is God, right? Love is, the feeling that you get when you're looking at your favorite food and you get to swallow. Love is that moment that you go from really, really sick to healthy again. Love is, somebody, caressing you in a certain kind of way. Love is what you give yourself. Love is something that exists on an energetic level. It's not a feeling, it's an energy, which is why it's so hard to explain, so hard to know. This is something where it's just like when you ask somebody, how do you know you love them? Usually it's just, I just know, right? Because it's not much of a feeling. It's a knowing. It's something that is just so energetically apparent, right? The world is filled with love the same way that we could look at this world and see it as, filled with hate. But you can't have hate without having love. So we come from love. That's why we know love. And naturally, human to human, we naturally all love each other. We all love life. We all love everything around us. We just don't necessarily know how. Society and conditioning tells us otherwise, right? And so that's where relationships start to come in. I tell my clients all the time, the problem you're having is not with love. People tend to be like, I don't want love. I don't care for love. Love hurts. Love can never hurt because it's love. It's the highest vibration out there. It's impossible for it to hurt. It actually only ever feels amazing. But relationships, right? How you are in relationships, how your relationships end up, that can be painful. That can hurt, right? Because we are beings of emotions and we care about our feelings and we care deeply. We came here to feel everything. And so whenever we have relationship problems, we think we have love problems, but we don't. What's really going on is that we don't actually know how to handle the situation or how to handle the problems and the issues that we're experiencing with another person. And the key here, the key to healing or helping whatever relationship issues you have in any relationship, because I promise you, whatever relationship issues you seem to be having in your romantic relationship, it is also happening in your friendships. It's happening in your family situations. It's happening in your professional relationships. It just all looks different. But the only way to actually heal it, the only way to actually see the problem and do something about it and change the cycle, right? To heal the relationship issues that you experience is to look within. Because every single relationship is telling you something about yourself. This is the mirror effect. The mirror effect of whatever's going on inside is what you're going to experience outside. Whatever you give, you get, right? Your relationships, every relationship you attract can only ever give you what you give yourself, will only ever show you where you're at to the level of healing that you are at. And so that's why it's so important to have someone in your life, whether it is romantic or not, Have someone in your life that actively wants to grow with you, that you both are able to grow, to see, to be vulnerable, to open yourselves up. That's the only way that relationships can work together. People say it all the time. You don't have to be fully healed to think that you deserve love. No, everyone deserves love, healed or not healed. It doesn't matter, because love is in everything. Love is in everywhere. However, to have healthy relationships, you must exude healthiness within yourself. You must have a healthy relationship within yourself. And if you do not have a healthy relationship within yourself, no matter what you do, you will attract people who do good things for you, who show up in healthy ways, who show up in a beautiful way. But that underlying deep energy of toxicity and that underlying deep energy of chaos or dislike for yourself, disdain for yourself, it is ultimately going to show up in your relationships. It has to, because that's what relationships are here to do. They're here to help each other grow. Every single relationship you ever get into is going to help you grow one way or another. That is the purpose of relationships. It is to say, hey, human to human, I see you, you see me, you're going to help me learn something, I'm going to help you learn something, you're going to teach me, I'm going to teach you. And I'm going to do my job whether I know I'm doing it or not. You're going to do your job whether you know you're doing it or not. And we're going to open each other up to what needs to be healed. Sometimes it's going to look like pain. Sometimes it's just going to look like vulnerability and deep conversations. Sometimes it's going to look like growth together. Whatever it is, whatever I'm here to teach you and you're here to teach me, we're going to do that together. That's what relationships do. Relationships are saying, hey, by the way, I'm just going to mirror you. Even the people who come into a relationship with a certain intention, they will switch their intention based off of who you are, right? They will switch it based off of who you are, and you will switch it based off of who they are, right? So a lot of my clients, what I love to do, like this is what I do, is I help people learn about themselves and love themselves through their relationships, because that's where we learn about ourselves more. But society has taught us to just love everybody that is our family. Be respectful of everybody that is our elders. Be respectful of everybody that comes around, and you should love your friends and only exude love. But what is love? Do you actually know how to love yourself? Have you given yourself enough energy and time to learn you, to know what love is to you? Probably not. You probably are just going off of what you've seen online, what you've seen on TV, what you've seen maybe in your household, and then assuming that that's your truth, which is why we see so many people fighting love. They don't know what to do with it. When they get it, they're like, I'm not happy here, but I should be happy here. So they're staying in very unhappy situations, or they're getting, they're not getting it, and now they're settling for just anything. But you don't deserve that. You really don't. Love must start with you, not your mom, not your dad, not your sister, not your brother. You have to know you enough, learn you enough, love you enough, heal you enough, which you have the power to do for yourself, in order for you to attract that love that you're looking for. Now, does that mean in the midst of healing that you can't have love? No. What? Yes, of course you can have love. Love lives in everyone and everything. But if you're going to be in a relationship, you must also be in a relationship with yourself. And if you're going to be in a relationship with yourself, you must commit to your own healing. You must commit to your own growth. You must commit to learning you every step of the way. Because although you may not believe in healing 24/7 and all of the time, you do need to learn, and you're consistently learning yourself. You learn yourself with every decision you make. You learn yourself with every move you make. You learn yourself consistently. And the moment you decide that you're done learning yourself, what you're really doing is you're keeping yourself from the growth that you deserve. And sometimes that growth is uncomfortable. Sometimes that growth is painful. Sometimes that growth you don't even necessarily see coming, but it is necessary for you. And as long as you're in a relationship with someone who shares that same kind of want, where you both want to grow, you both want to be vulnerable, you both want to see different and new and things of that sort for yourselves, you're going to constantly enter the same type of battles of dealing with people who are resisting growth, who are resisting feeling that sense of love for themselves. And it's just going to be a mirrored effect, okay? You must pour into you. You must consistently be in a relationship with yourself, no matter who it is that you're attracting into your life. You must decide that you're in a relationship with you first, then whoever is in your life. You cannot give to everyone else and wonder why it's not working. When you show up as honest as you can, you show up as great as you can, you show up as much as you can. You showing up as much as you can for others is exactly why the people that you're inviting into your life are not showing up for you, because they know on a unconscious, subconscious level that you're not showing up for you. And since we energetically teach people how to love us and how to show up for us, whenever we decide that we are going to energetically not see us, energetically dismiss ourselves for the liking of others, that's exactly what they're going to do too. And usually, if somebody is not putting you first and they only put themselves first, that's because they're teaching you how to put yourself. So if you're somebody who has experienced abandonment and you feel like you have abandonment issues, that's what that's teaching you. Your abandonment is teaching you this very harsh lesson of how to choose you, no matter what the, responsibility is, no matter what it is that you feel like you're supposed to do, no matter what society says. At the end of the day, when someone abandons you, they're really just showing you how to choose you. They're really just saying, at the end of the day, you have the power to do the same thing, to choose yourself. Does it hurt? Of course. Does it feel bad? Of course. And that's usually what we're running away from. We don't want to feel, bad, or we don't want to make other people feel bad, so we don't choose ourselves. But abandonment, that's why we experience that. We experience that because literally the people that abandon us are literally on an energetic level saying, hey, I need to show you something. I need to show you how you are abandoning yourself. And I need to show you how to choose yourself, how to, no matter what, consistently choose you and not make your life about everyone else and wonder why no one gives you the love that you deserve. They don't give you the love that you deserve because you don't give you the love that you deserve. And we started learning this as children. We started to learn that love is just based off of a title. My mother, my father, my sister, my brother. We started learning that love is something that you're just supposed to have, supposed to do. You're supposed to find someone that you like, decide that you love them, and then be in relationships, get married, do whatever you do, have a whole family, and never actually tend to yourself, truly. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone in the world doesn't have parents or people in their life that didn't teach them how to love themselves. That's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is love gets misconstrued with relationship issues, and the relationship issues that we all experience is just a lack of a relationship with ourselves and a lack of self-love within ourselves. And when you start to dive into that, when you start to prioritize loving yourself and really deeply being in a committed relationship with yourself, despite any other relationships you have, platonic, romantic, family, professional, that is when things will start to work for you. You'll start to attract the right kind of people. You will start to invite the right kind of energies. You will start to really feel a shift in your love life on all levels, because love exists in everyone and exists everywhere. You will never have a love issue, but love is in you. You are love. And if you're not pouring that love into yourself, not just with material things or physical things, but you're pouring that love into yourself energetically, and you're choosing to learn you, you're choosing to date you, you're choosing to understand you, and you're choosing to put your boundaries and priorities first, and then enter relationships and love them the way that you know you can, man, oh man, that's when things are really in alignment. That's when things will really work for you, when you choose to love you. If you're choosing not to do that, you're always going to find yourself learning the lessons, consistently being in the same type of relationships, and wondering why you are always feeling this emptiness. No one can fill your void but you. No one can pour into you but you. When you pour into you, the world all of a sudden learned how to do the same thing. Society taught you how to love, but now it's time for you to unlearn some of what society has taught you and decide for yourself, first of all, what is love? Do I actually know how to love myself? Do I actually know what love truly is to me? And am I ready to provide that for myself? When you can answer those 4 questions and feel solid about those answers, that's when you know that you are ultimately aligned with true love for yourself. And when you're aligned with true love for yourself, you will realize that all of your relationships and the way that you are operating within life just feels so good, so aligned, and just right. So that's the conversation of the day. Take this, think about it, ask me questions. We can go further on this, but I'm going to consistently teach you, consistently talk to you about how loving yourself, seeing yourself, everything that you need to know about you is in every relationship that you've ever had. Every relationship, no matter how bad you deem it, no matter how good you deem it, is literally a reflection of you. And you will look at these relationships and you will tell yourself, there's no way there's a reflection of me. There's not a single relationship that you can bring me, no matter how bad it is, not a single one that I can't find exactly the lesson that it's teaching you. So if you do a little meditation on it, if you sit with it, if you get vulnerable with yourself and let your ego move to the side so that you can really see it for what it is, you will be able to find exactly what every single relationship you've ever been in and every single relationship you currently have is actually teaching you. I challenge you to do that for yourself, because you'll be surprised how much you will grow based off of who and what you have around you. Until next time, you know I'm sending you love.